Hello, this is Noah. Today it's not the mandolin show. Today I am going to be explaining the difference between a fiddle and a violin. Some people have asked me to explain this difference because people argue about it, and I believe I've got an answer. Now, people do say that it's exactly the same thing, but it isn't. It's like, if you know about guitars, you have your standard acoustic guitar, and then you have a classical guitar. Now, some people would say that they're exactly the same thing, but to the knowledgeable or the interested, there's a quite large difference. It's the same with the violin and the fiddle. Here's my violin, which isn't a fiddle, it's a violin. You can see it's completely normal. And the main thing for a fiddle is the bridge. Now the bridge would be a little bit less rounded here, so that you could play more notes at once. On this bridge, you can only do double stops, which is playing two notes at once. You could maybe do triple stops if you are very good. On a fiddle, because this curve is not as big, it's a little bit flatter, you can do up to quadruple stops if you're a good violinist. I mean, if it was completely flat, obviously you wouldn't be able to play all the strings and it would be pointless. So it still has a curve, it's just not as severe as this one. Another thing about fiddles is that fiddles are traditionally a little bit thicker than a violin. I say maybe that thick, just not much, but a little bit thicker. And then traditionally, violins have these corners, you see, and a fiddle is traditionally a lot more curved and hourglass shaped, so it doesn't have these curves. Sometimes the fingerboard is different on a fiddle, but that it affects the sound a bit, but that's not particularly a traditional fiddle characteristic. That's more modern fiddle characteristic. But I've outlined these changes, these differences between violins and fiddles, and I hope this is useful to you. Goodbye, see you next time.